It finally happened. After years of growing up in the shadow of the greatest golfer of all time, Charlie Woods has officially arrived. At just 16 years old, he delivered a thunderous statement to the entire golf world, entering the AJGA team tailor-made. Invitational ranked 604th, barely a blip on the radar. Charlie walked out as the champion, leaving behind a trail of stunned, top-ranked amateurs who never saw it coming. The numbers speak for themselves. 15 under par. A final round of 66, 8 birdies, and a 3-stroke victory over some of the best junior golfers in the nation. This wasn't a lucky bounce. This wasn't a one-off. This was domination. The kid once known only as Tiger's son just made sure the world remembers his name, and let's be clear. This wasn't just another junior event. This was the AJGA's elite field. Players like Miles Russell, the current #1 junior in the country, were in the lineup. Charlie didn't just beat them, he outclassed them. Every swing, every hole, every pressure-packed moment during that final round at Streamsong Resort, Charlie looked like he wasn't just competing, he was commanding. What makes this moment even more surreal is the timing. While Tiger Woods continues to battle injuries and recede from the spotlight, his son just lit up the leaderboard and flipped the narrative. This isn't about legacy anymore, it's about arrival. So here's the question on everyone's mind. Was this a breakout performance? Or did we just witness the beginning of golf's next era? One thing is certain, the golf world just got a lot more exciting. And if you weren't watching Charlie Woods before, you definitely are now. For years, Charlie Woods was seen as a curiosity, the son of a legend. He was introduced to the world not with trophies, but by standing beside Tiger at the PNC Championship, mirroring his father's swing and mannerisms like a living tribute. The potential was always there. The swing, the composure, the pedigree. Now the potential has become reality. But potential only takes you so far, especially when you're constantly measured against the most iconic figure in golf history. Charlie Woods didn't just carry his own bag, he carried a name heavier than any trophy ever made. The pressure was relentless. Every time he teed it up, the headlines came first, then the cameras, then the crushing expectations. Golf fans wanted to believe. The media pushed the narrative. But beneath all that noise stood a kid, still figuring things out. In 5 AJGA events prior to Streamsong, his best finish was a modest T25, not exactly headline material, not exactly living up to the hype, and for some it looked like the spotlight might have come too soon. But here's the truth. Charlie never asked for the spotlight. He didn't need to. What he did ask for, quietly, with every round and every swing, was time. And now, after delivering the biggest win of his young career, it's clear. It was time well spent. This wasn't a fluke. This wasn't a kid riding on his father's coattails. This was Charlie Woods, arriving on his own terms, in his own voice, with a performance that shattered expectations and rewrote his story. When he entered the AJGA Team Tailor-Made Invitational, he was ranked 604th in the world. According to ESPN, the field included 4 of the top 5 junior players in the country. This wasn't a soft draw. This was as stacked as junior golf gets, and Charlie rose to the moment. Golf Digest reports that his ranking is about to skyrocket. And you better believe it. Charlie Woods is no longer just a familiar last name. He's not just a viral swing on social media. He's not just Tiger's son. He's a contender. And this win, it didn't just silence the doubters. It made everyone ask the same question. How far can this kid go? What Charlie did at Streamsong wasn't just a win. It was a dismantling. In a field stacked with the best young talent in junior golf, he didn't just hold his own. He outthought, outfought, and outright outplayed them. This wasn't about one hot streak. This wasn't a back nine miracle. This was a 54-hole statement. Loud, clear, unforgettable. From the very start of the final round, it was impossible to ignore. The momentum was all his. According to Reuters, Charlie Woods came out firing on the front nine, rattling off 4 birdies in 5 holes, flipping a one-shot deficit into a commanding lead. And every time someone in the field made a push, Charlie answered with the same steady formula. Cool, calm, calculated. That's the thing. At just 16 years old, with the weight of the Woods name, the cameras, the crowd, and a leaderboard packed with elite talent, he never blinked. And let's be clear, the field was loaded. NBC Sports called it one of the strongest AJGA lineups of the season. You had Miles Russell, the #1 junior in the country. You had Luke Colton, ranked 5th, both in peak form. But when the dust settled, Charlie Woods beat them all, by 7 shots over Russell, 7. That's not just a win, that's a clinic. There was something different about the way Charlie did it. The body language, the rhythm, the shot selection under pressure. This wasn't just raw talent. This looked like maturity, the kind most players don't develop until college. Or the pro tour. And that's probably what's most unsettling for the rest of the field, because this didn't look like a fluke. This looked like the start of something much bigger. Golf Digest wasn't subtle. Charlie's ranking is about to leap by hundreds of spots. But rankings can't measure presence. They can't measure pressure. And after Stream Song, every top junior in the country knows exactly who Charlie Woods is. And more importantly, they know if Charlie's in the field, they're playing for second. Now, the question that was once whispered quietly is being asked out loud. Was this just a breakout or the beginning of early greatness? There's something about the way Charlie Woods moves around a golf course. It's not flashy. It's not loud. But it's precise, deliberate, calm, cool, and calculated. That's how he dismantled a field full of top-tier juniors at Stream Song, and that's why the golf world is buzzing, because talent alone doesn't beat the elite. You need control. You need strategy. And at just 16, Charlie already has both. What sets him apart isn't just the swing, which is already one of the most technically clean motions in junior golf. It's how he thinks, how he walks into pressure and never gets rattled. His ability to manage risk, stay in rhythm, and choose the smart shot over the flashy one. That's what makes him dangerous, and this is only the beginning. Stream Song isn't a forgiving course. You can't fake your way around it. Every tee shot demands precision. Every green punishes hesitation. And yet, Charlie didn't just survive it. He managed it. Like someone twice his age, he plotted his way through the course with calm, with control, and with the mind of a seasoned pro. Yes, Tiger's influence is impossible to ignore. The footwork, the focus, the mental approach, the obsession with preparation. It's all there. But this week proved something more. Charlie Woods isn't just a product of elite coaching. He's building something of his own. Even Tiger said it himself in a quote shared by the New York Post. Charlie is forging his own path. And that's exactly what it looked like. With the pressure on, the golf world watching, and top-ranked juniors breathing down his neck, Charlie didn't rely on his name. He relied on his nerve. He didn't try to be Tiger. He didn't have to what? He showed at Stream Song wasn't inherited, it was earned. And if this is what calm and composed looks like at 16, just imagine what's coming next. Now, with his first AJGA title in hand and the golf world fully tuned in, only one question echoes across the fairways. What's next for Charlie Woods? Is this the start of a new era where the name Woods once again becomes synonymous with dominance, but this time from a new generation? At just 16, Charlie stands at a crossroads filled with endless possibilities. More AJGA titles, almost inevitable, college golf programs, they're likely lining up already, and the PGA Tour qualifiers, they're no longer a distant dream, they're a real, tangible goal. He just proved he can do more than hang with the best in his age group. He can leave them behind. So what happens when he steps into the next level? Because here's the truth. This isn't hype anymore. This is buzz. Real, earned, electric buzz. And the scariest part? This still might just be the beginning. He's still learning, still growing, still building the mental muscle that turns wins into legacies. Yet here we are, watching him take out the top amateurs in the country, like he's been doing it for years. It makes you wonder, what will the golf world look like in 3 years? Will Charlie be tearing through college golf, making his pro debut, chasing his first tour cut? Because every era has a spark, a moment where everything changes. Stream Song might have just been that moment. It's no longer about whether Charlie can live up to his name. It's about how far he'll take it on his own. We've seen the scores, the highlights, the headlines. But what's happening inside the mind of Charlie Woods is what truly sets him apart. Because greatness doesn't start on the tee box. It starts between the ears. If Stream Song taught us anything, it's this. Charlie's golf IQ is years ahead of most juniors his age. He's not chasing birdies blindly. He's dissecting courses with cold, calculated precision. The body language says it all. No panic, no emotional swings, just focus, just presence. Tiger once said, "Golf is played on a 5-inch course, the space between your ears." That quote might have been about himself, but it fits his son just as well. Charlie showed in Florida that he's not just physically gifted, he's mentally sharp. And in a sport where pressure eats players alive, that kind of mental edge is priceless. You could almost feel it, the collective exhale across junior golf, when Charlie tapped in for par on 18. It wasn't relief, it was realization. The gap just closed. A new player has entered the arena, and now, coaches, competitors, and commentators are all watching, because Charlie Woods has arrived, and the golf world will never be the same. Within hours of Charlie's win, the headlines echoed one message around the world. Charlie Woods has arrived even. Miles Russell, the #1 junior in the country, who finished a full 7 shots behind, called Charlie's performance next level. But let's be real, not everyone's cheering. Some junior players now realize their path to victory just got harder. Tournament directors know their events are about to see a viewership boom. And fans, they're already talking legacy. Is this the rebirth of golf's most famous name? Or is it the beginning of something entirely new? Either way, the world is watching and reacting. If Charlie's performance was the spark, then Tiger was the quiet matchstick that made it possible, because while Charlie's making headlines on the course, it's what's happening behind the scenes that really tells the story. The support, the mentorship, the mindset. Tiger Woods, once the fiercest lone wolf in golf, has evolved into something even more powerful. A father, a mentor, a foundation. He's not walking every hole or micromanaging every swing. He's doing something much harder, stepping back and letting Charlie find his own rhythm. But don't be fooled. His fingerprints are all over this win. From mental preparation to course strategy, Tiger's influence is subtle, but undeniable. After the win, Tiger's only public statement was, "Proud doesn't even begin to cover it." That's it. No media circus, no spotlight, just a father, watching his son do what he once did on his own terms. And that's what makes this story so powerful. It's not a sequel to Tiger's legacy. It's a new book, a different player, on a different path, but built on the foundation laid by one of the greatest to ever play the game. And now, the world waits to see if the son can go even further. So what do you think? Is Charlie Woods the next big name in golf, or is it still too soon to call it? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to dive deeper into how Tiger helped shape the foundation of Charlie's game, check out our next video. It's coming up on your screen right now.